Hi, my name's Senior Sales Director Brandi Watts-Miles, and I am streaming to you from St. Petersburg, Florida. And I just want to thank you, first off, for being on this call and just watching this video and helping your consultant out with some training, and just so we can get your feedback and opinion of the Mary Kay opportunity. And so I know some of you are on here and you're like, oh my gosh, I would never do this crazy Mary Kay thing. It's not for me. I'm not salesy. I'm way too busy, but I'm helping my consultant out. And thank you so much for being on here. And then some of you are like, I've never even tried Mary Kay, but my consultant asked me to listen, so I have no idea what's going on. And that's great. Thank you for being on here. And then some of you are on here because you've tried the product, you've heard the information, and you just need a little bit more information. So wherever you are on that scale, I just want to ask you to listen with an open heart and an open mind. And so I was that person who was like, I would never sell Mary Kay in a million years. That is not for me, because when I started my Mary Kay business over 3 years ago, I was a full-time law student and I was in the top of my class. So selling Mary Kay was not on my dream board. It was not part of my plan. And here I am today in front of you talking. And so I just want to ask everyone, just please keep an open mind and just listen, because even if it's not for you, that's okay. We need customers too. But maybe when you listen to this, you hear all this great information and you're like, oh my gosh, I know someone who could really benefit from this business. And you share with her the information that you heard today. And so I'm just going to tell you some of the reasons why I love my Mary Kay business. And so first off, I will share with you really quick my journey in Mary Kay, and then I'll tell you some of my favorite things. I am born, raised, bred in Virginia. Small cow fields, Virginia, not like fun DC area, Virginia, or the beach or anything like that. And so I had always had a dream as a little girl since I was 7 years old to be an attorney. And so I even went to undergrad in Virginia and everything. And then my husband and I moved to Birmingham, Alabama, so I could go to law school and follow my dreams. I've had a job since I was 14 and I love working. Like, I just love it. And so when I went to law school, they tell you can't have a job and you have to focus on school. And so for the first time in my life, I didn't have a job, so I didn't have any income, and my husband and I could literally afford ramen noodles and our apartment, and that was about it. And so I went to a Mary Kay event literally thinking like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be the worst thing ever. But I went just because I needed a break from law school, and I fell in love with the products. Like, I absolutely fell in love with the products, and I was like, oh my gosh, these are really high quality products. And I knew a lot about makeup. I didn't know much about skincare, but I was like, this is good quality. And so I signed up just for the discount. Never ever thought I would sell Mary Kay. I even told National Sales Director Brittany Capps, I was like, you are crazy. Please do not call me, text me. I'm really signing up for the discount. And so I didn't know anyone. I was new to Birmingham and in law school. Any of you who have ever been or known someone, it's all guys. So there's only 5 women. And so I didn't really have a customer base. And so I started and I went to my first meeting and I just fell in love with the culture. And so that was 3.5 years ago. And now I'm sitting in front of you, and clearly I did sell the product. And so some of the things that came out of that starter kit for me was, one, girlfriends. And I've never been like someone who wanted girlfriends. I was in a sorority, but I did not like it. Like, it was just not me. I'd always hung out with guys. And Mary Kay's a sorority, but with women who all want the same things in life. They all want to be successful. They all want to have powerful careers. And maybe it's not, Mary Kay's not their like only career. We have women that run a household with 5 children. We have people who are doctors, lawyers, but what I love is that we all cheer each other on. And it is a sisterhood. And I've moved 3 times with my business. I started in Birmingham, and then my husband and I moved to New Orleans for his job, and I did not know anyone. And then we now live in St. Petersburg, Florida, where we did not know anyone. So when I moved to a new city, I have that instant family, and it's really, really nice. I have my Mary Kay family anywhere I go. And so I love the friendships, the family that is bred in Mary Kay. And so that is one of the things that I love, especially if you're someone new to the area. And that's the second thing I love, is that you don't have to know anyone to be successful in this business. And take my word, I've been in 3 different states and not know anyone and have been very successful. So I love that you can do this wherever, as long as you're in the US, Puerto Rico, or Guam, you are good to run your Mary Kay business. And I love, love, love that I have the options to move. And my husband and I never have to choose between his career or my career. Whose is more important? We can take both with us. And so I love that about our business. But then, of course, I wouldn't be doing this if we didn't make money. And so the earning potential is so incredible because you decide how much money you want to make. It is literally up to you. You work as much or as little as you want because we don't have any quotas or territories. And so you choose when you work and who you work with and how much you work. And so when I started out, my first month, I worked very, very part-time and made $1,000. My second month, I worked a little bit more and made $2,000. And now this is my full-time job. And of course, I work more now, about 30 hours a week, and make an executive level income. But I love that it's up to you how much or how little you work, because we all make the 50% profit. And so when you come into the business and you have an appointment and you sell $400 in 2 hours, you made $200, and you do not wait around on a paycheck. That money goes directly into your bank account. So a great example of this is when we moved to New Orleans. We were also getting married the same month in Mexico, and so we did not have money to move. And my husband's business does not reimburse you until you get to that location. And so we had 30 days to come up with $3,000 on top of a wedding. I went out, held 10 parties, came out with the $3,000. We paid cash for our move, and then when we got to New Orleans, they handed him a check, and that money went into our bank account, into a savings, instead of having to go on a credit card or pay off something because we used a credit card to pay for the move. We paid for that move in cash. So it was really rewarding that you can use your business as an ATM. When you need that money, you go sell the products and you have it. And then the second way we make money is when you add girlfriends to your team. And what's so fun about that is, as a brand new consultant, you're not responsible for educating, training them, anything like that. That's for your sales director. And so you make that additional income just for working your business. And that income can run anywhere from 4% to 13% based on how many consultants you have. We're not a pyramid or multi-level marketing. It's profit sharing. So Mary Kay Corporate is a debt-free company, and they send us that money that comes straight for them. It never affects our girlfriends that help join our team. And so I love that that's how we make our money in Mary Kay, with those two ways. And then probably my husband's favorite thing about the business is the free cars. And so in Mary Kay, you do have options to earn a whole bunch of free cars. And I earned my very first one after 6 months of being in the business. I know people have earned them after 2 months in the business. And so it's really up to you how quickly you earn that car based on how much you work. And so I will share with you, in 6 months, not knowing anyone, I earned a free car. And so if I can do it, anyone can do it. And that was the white Chevy Cruze. But what I love even more than the car is they give us options. So you have the option to take cash compensation for the car every single month, or you can take the car and have 100% of your tags, fees, registration, license paid for, and up to 87% of your insurance, which is really cool. And so I drive the black Chevy Equinox. I love it because my husband and I, we kayak all the time living here in Florida. And we just throw our kayaks up on my Equinox, and we go and put them in the bay and come back. And it's great having that free SUV. We go to Disney all the time. I love that we're driving all over the place, and the miles on the car don't matter because it's not my car. I get a brand new one every other year. So it doesn't really matter how many miles I put on the car. So my husband, that's definitely his favorite thing, is the free car. And when you can earn a car and go home to your husband and be like, look, I earned a free car. We're not paying a car payment, and they're going to pay up to 87% of our insurance. Guys get excited about that. So that's really fun. And then the biggest thing for me is the freedom and flexibility. I love being able to design my own schedule and work when I want. And so my husband and I love to enjoy life. And so one thing that Mary Kay has really opened up the doors for us is for us to be able to travel, for us to be able to live and design a life we love. Because my husband is an executive chef. He works crazy hours. And so I work my schedule around him. I know usually he's off on Thursdays. I don't normally work on Thursdays because that's our weekend together. On Mondays, he's sometimes, like, I know his schedule, so I get to design my schedule around his, and how rewarding that I have that option. Also, my whole family's in Virginia, so they were just down here, and I didn't have to ask off any from work or vacation time or worry about that. I got to spend the whole entire week with them, doing whatever they wanted. We went kayaking, we went to Disney, we drove all over the place. We just had a blast, and that was a week that I didn't have to worry about taking off vacation time because I am my own boss. So I decide when I take vacation, and so I love the freedom and flexibility that you design your schedule, because you know what? We're all crazy busy. Most women in Mary Kay, 87% of women do have full-time jobs, kids, homes, husbands, and so those women just sprinkle this into their already crazy schedule. And what's also so great about this is I know that when my husband and I decide to start a family, that I'll be here to take care of my children, and I won't have to worry about daycare or anything like that. I'll be able to be here and still make money and still work from home. And I think that's one of the biggest blessings that we have in Mary Kay is you do work from home. And so it is your business. You do it when you want to. And the one thing I left out is, of course, the prizes. As women, we love prizes, but it's not even the prizes, it's the recognition. And so I don't know about y'all, but when I clean the house, do the dishes, the first thing my husband does not do is come home and be like, oh my gosh, hon, the house looks amazing. You did such a great job doing the dishes. Like, it just doesn't happen. He tells me like, oh, like thanks, but like it's not like he doesn't bring me home a Kate Spade. Like, it just doesn't happen. And so in Mary Kay, when I see faces, when I work my business, when I hold appointments, Mary Kay rewards me with prizes. I have so many designer purses, and I'm not even a purse person, but my mom was just in town, and she went in my closet and was like, pick whichever one you want. And she was like, really? I've never had a designer purse. And so she picked a Bagley Mishka. It had a $450 price tag on it, and she just took it. And I love that at Mary Kay that we do get rewarded with those prizes, and you can spoil yourself or you can spoil your loved ones with it. And so those are just some of my favorite things about Mary Kay, that you do have the freedom and flexibility. You work this as much or as little as you want. We make that 50%. You can earn free cars. And really, when I came out of law school and Brittany told me about Mary Kay, and I was like, no, I'm going to be a hotshot attorney. Like, this is not for me. I'm in the top of my class. And then I saw all these women with degrees, PhDs, masters, law degrees, and they were all making more money than a lot of attorneys I know, than most attorneys, and that it is truly, truly up to us how much we make. There is no ceiling with us. If you want to be a sales director, you can do it. If you want to earn a car, you can do it. There's not a set number. It's all up to you and what you make of it. And so I hope out of this video that you just took something out of it, and hopefully you're inspired to start your own business, and maybe you're dreaming of pink clouds tonight, but just let your consultant know that you did listen. The password's Pink Bubble. And we would love, love, love to have you join. And I will share with you, it's only $100 to get started. And so with that $100, you get $446 in full-size products. That's for you to use and to use at your parties. Also, you're going to get all the training you could ever need, because right now you're probably like, oh my gosh, I have no idea about skincare. I don't know about makeup. That's okay. We teach you. We educate you. We train you. We help you along the way every step. And then you're going to get catalogs, mirrors, I mean, a whole bag. The bag weighs 17 pounds, and you're going to get it for $100 plus tax and shipping. And that comes in worst case scenario. It doesn't work out. You just got a killer deal on products, but at least you can say you tried, because 3.5 years ago when I started, I was not planning on being a sales director or driving a free car. I was planning on being a hotshot attorney and maybe like selling to my grandma. And that was it. And now I am a sales director. I am driving a free car, and I'm living a very fulfilled, happy life. And so I hope you join our team and part of our Pink family. And if you don't, that's totally okay too. Maybe you know someone who could really use Mary Kay in their life. So thanks for taking time just to listen. Remember, the password is Pink Bubble. Contact your consultant so she can get you the form to fill out. Thanks, and have a great day.